It's more fun in the Philippines. And, I like that slogan. That was the Philippines slogan for many, many, many years. And they changed it, I think, a year or so ago to love the Philippines. And I think that is probably something good for domestic Filipinos. But I think internationally, it's more fun in the Philippines. Strikes a more, well, means more to people. It's more fun in the Philippines. People want to travel, have fun. My opinion only. And I'm going to walk, and then I'm going to get lazy and take a hobble hobble motorbike taxi down the road a bit. But this is just near Ayala Mall in Cebu City. I walk a lot. I feel extremely safe, much safer here than I walking all over, even later at night, than I feel in probably any city in the USA and other cities around the world probably as well, having researched many other cities. Um, but here it is. We're already November and 2025, and it is Christmas season here. It is. We're going into the high season. More travelers, although tourism around the world is down. Thailand is way down. Philippines is way down, and for a number of different reasons. But it opens up opportunities for those of you who have the time and money and energy. And I often say that I need three things to travel. I need money. Probably number one. I need the money, the budget to be able to do it. I need the time to be able to do it. If you're still working, you're on a tight schedule. That's can be a little bit of a tight schedule. And I need energy. And I've been here in the Philippines 10 years, a little over 10 years, and I don't have quite as much energy as I used to 10 years ago. And I had planned on using Cebu City as a base to travel out of to many of the Philippine islands. There's so much to see and do here, and to other Southeast Asian nations as well, and perhaps other parts of the world. Uh, those opportunities. Cost of living is quite low, although you can spend a lot of money here. There are options from low end to middle to high end. So whatever your budget is, and I will do another cost of living video in the near future uh, about the Philippines. But there's still opportunities, especially with the lower tourism. Yeah, you should be able to get some pretty good deals. Hotels, condos, Airbnbs, longer term rentals. I've noticed, and I've had several of my friends tell me that even in Solanay and other places in IT Park, they're seeing the rental prices drop from like 25,000 for studios. More and more people are advertising 20,000 pesos for studios, which is only about 350 US dollars. Not bad at all. And you can go up from there. I'm paying about I think 450. I paid 25,000, and then I've got the electric. Electric varies, depends upon how hot it is and how many days I'm home each month. But keep everything under $550 for utilities and rent for a one bedroom, 42 square meters, great view of the city, as well as nice balcony to sit out on and enjoy. Anyway, we've had the earthquakes. They happen all over the world. That has scared away a lot of people. Just like in Thailand, they had an earthquake in Myanmar, what, a year or so ago, and a building fell in Bangkok, and that scared a lot of people. They've got a number of other issues. Their banking deal there is kind of they've been claiming that if you stay in Thailand for over 6 months. If you bring money in, you're going to be considered taxed. You have to pay tax, fill out tax forms. So a lot of people, I met a few people here. They were living in Thailand, but they're checking out the Philippines and other countries to live in. And I've been to Vietnam, have not been to Thailand, but many of my friends have been to Thailand, tell me a lot about it. And I could adapt anywhere. My issues with Vietnam is that in 10 days there, I had more scam attempts in 10 days than I've had, many more than I've had in 10 years here in the Philippines. I think Filipinos in general are more honest, in particular. Same thing I read about Thailand. You can find videos about look out for these scams in Thailand, and apparently they're wider spread and more sophisticated. And maybe the Philippines will get there one day, but they're not there yet, in my opinion. You know, maybe you in a very, very high touristy area, you might get that type of thing. But there are so many options here to travel cheaply, to for the beaches, for the mountains, for the caves, and whatever kind of lifestyle you want to do. It's here, and it's an adventure. And I actually, I've been reading a lot of the different groups on Facebook and other sites, social media, and there are people who prefer the big city like Manila and the big modern BGC or Makati, that type of thing. And yet people have said, well, yeah, that's nice. It's walkable, it's clean, but it's a relatively small area. And Cebu City is a much smaller. I think Manila Metro is like 10 or 20 times larger population size than is, maybe 20 times larger or more than that population size versus Cebu metropolitan area. And Cebu City is a high tourist destination. A lot of people come here. It's got the international airport on Mactan Island, just got 3 bridges to go over there. Easy to fly in and out. They've got a lot of direct flights into other areas of the Philippines, as well as foreign countries, and that's expanding all the time. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed, you like these kind of videos, I've got I think 1,700 videos up. I've got do a lot of real estate. What do the condos look like? What do they sell for? Travel videos, cost of living videos, informative videos. Subscribe, if you will. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comments always help the algorithms. I very seldom mention that. There are ways to support the channel. Down the lower left, there's a join. There's a couple different options there. In the first comment and the description, there's PayPal. I've got a PayPal account and a Buy Me a Coffee account. Anyway, yeah, the Philippines, it's more fun in the Philippines, and everybody's different. Everybody likes something different. I know guys that hit the bars every night, and that's fine. That's their lifestyle. It's whatever they want to do. They're retired. They meet their friends there. I know guys that go to the coffee shops almost daily. I know guys who have a motorbike and they travel. They travel a lot, spend a lot of time bouncing around the various islands. So lots of options here. Nice thing about traffic, although pedestrians don't have a lot of rights in reality. On paper they do, but in reality, the people usually give way. They try not to run over you. You walk out there and hold up your hand. They've got a few more traffic signals than when I moved here 10 years ago. I'm gonna get a ride with this guy.
No, I'm just where? I'm going to City Suites. City Suite, Ramos, Ramos?
Ramos Market?
Yeah, very close, a very tall condo. How much?
Ramos.
Yeah, I know.
80.
Huh?
80.
80? All right.
So that's how hobble hobbles work. You know, they hang out in certain neighborhoods. They know where customers are going to be in the morning and during shift change, that type of thing. They hang out in neighborhoods and they kind of protect their territory. Other hobble hobble drivers clubs can bring people into the area, but generally they frown upon them picking up customers, taking them out of that area. You'll find the same thing with tricycle drivers. They've got certain areas, and sometimes even government controlled. This guy can take you this far, then you got to get out and get on in another tricycle type thing. Jeepneys also, they've got various routes. And anyway, a guy quoted me 80, 40 or 50 would be more likely. There are a number of apps. There's Anchus. They've changed over the last year. Anchus, Joyride, I think. Grab doesn't have motorbikes anymore. They've got taxis, Grab taxis, and a couple other apps where you can get really low rates on these rides. But this guy pulled up beside me, which isn't uncommon when I'm walking. And where are you going? And I was going to keep on walking and taking video walking, but a little bit lazy, I guess. Anyway, off to the left here, this is Mango Avenue. Going to the right, bar right next to the left of me is Howling Dog 1. Down to the right was Howling Dog 2. And yeah, anyway, little bit more risky than if you're in a taxi, but it's convenient, it's fast, and I take them quite often like that. Little risky. A lot of no traffic signals, no stop signs. People just kind of stick their nose out and go, and people let it works. Very efficient here, as a matter of fact. Condominium off to the left, 3 different condominium towers and an office tower called City Clow. I've done a couple videos there, and many dozens of other condominium videos. I've got in fact, at the end of this video, I'll put a link to the condos playlist. And yeah, lots of options. I'll be doing more and more risk. Again, people just kind of pull out, expect you to stop, usually. Sometimes you got to watch these motorbikes if you're driving a four-wheeler, because these motorbikes will just come around the right side or left side of you without much warning when you think the average person would not do something like that. But yeah, the passports, the visa are very easy here. One of the easiest in the world, I think. Most countries can fly in. Not all. Visa on arrival. If you have 60 days left on your passport, you can fly in here. Unless they have a good reason to reject you, they'll stamp you with 30 days. And then you can extend that. There's a Ramos Public Market to the left here. You can extend it up to 3 years at 1 month, 2 months at a time. And so you can stay long term here on tourist visa. They're friendly. They are welcoming. They will stop and chat with you. And English is their second official language here. Almost all official documents are in English. And so it just makes life easy, much easier to adapt than in Vietnam or Thailand. Anyway, that's it for now. It's even with the calamities and such, life goes on, and it doesn't affect most of us too much here in the Philippines. But yeah, life goes on. Take care, safe travels, and I'll see you in the next video.